Well then, are you both prepared?
しばしお待ちを。これでよし。
え？
おやおや、鈴代姫、そんな血まみれのハンカチを結び直すなんて他に血止めになるものがないのかい？手は貸さないけど新しいハンカチくらいはお貸しするよ。
お
心遣いありがとうございます。でも手当はこのハンカチで十分ですから。
そうかい、それなら結構。では準備もできたようだし、お二方前へ。
はい。
プリンセスワルツ。
リエルタ。ここは鈴代。
お目覚めかい？
お前は最低者。
羨ましいね。特等席だよ。こんな砂かぶりで姫同士の戦いが見れるなんて。
I see two people in the arena. One of them is Liesel. The other.
鈴代、まさかあの足で決闘を。なぜ？
To prove that she's a badass?
そりゃ彼女が申し込んだからさ。
何？止めなくては。
おっと待った。見学は許したけど邪魔をするというなら話は別だよ。
プリンセスワルツ憲章第9条、決闘の最中はいかなる他者も介入することはできない。
この舞台は2人のためのもの。他の何人たりとも汚すことはできない。だからね、おとなしく見てようよ、2人の戦いをさ。
White smoke rises up at the night sky. They're the same things that were coming at us when we fought. Let's be frank, they're missiles. So should I easily sidestep the trails of smoke? The missiles disappear in the darkness without even grazing her, but a second later they return to attack Suzushira once more.
しつこいですね。
The cluster of missiles strikes Suzushira. She keeps dodging them. But as long as she keeps avoiding the missiles, she can't attack Liesel, who's maintaining her distance. She seems to be trying to find an opportunity to attack, but Liesel realizes this and increases the amount of missiles. Missiles attack Suzushira from 4 directions. She sidesteps the first, ducks into the second, jumps over the third. She leaps at Liesel. But in the middle of her arc, a narrow object appears before her. She wards it off with her parasol, but the blast momentarily blinds her. Liesel uses that time to increase the distance between Suzushira and herself again. Damn! So close! But I'm glad she can move that well. It seems her foot isn't as badly hurt as I thought.
そうだろうか。今の踏み込み、1歩目に比べ2歩目がわずかに鈍かった。
Huh?
僕にはとても万全には見えない。
Liesel only stays out of Suzushira's way and keeps using ranged attacks. She isn't using her hammer, which should be her main weapon. She's completely outranging Suzushira.
おそらくリーゼルの狙いは持久戦。鈴代の足が悲鳴を上げるのを待つ構えだろう。
Gah! That's dirty! Is that your best chance at victory?
ピーゼル姫は持久戦のつもりか。でもそんな作戦にやられるほどあのお姫様は甘くないんじゃないかな。
What does he mean? Suzushira doesn't seem to be getting a chance to counterattack at all. Her defensive battle has taken her to the edge of the stage. Oh no! She's being cornered!
逃げ場を誤ったな。
Liesel is like an airborne hunting dog looking down at its prey. Then she fights even higher up into the darkness, probably to deliver the finishing blow.
鈴代
Arena missiles descends on Suzushira. She has nowhere to go.
今
The next moment, her petite figure is dancing through the air. She was cornered, but she just launched herself off the edge of the stage.
愚かな。翼もない者が地を離れてどうする。
She's right. Suzushira can't evade now. She's helpless. The missiles streak towards her like piranhas at a prey. A heavy explosion follows. A bright flash illuminates the battlefield. In my mind's eye, I see Suzushira surrounded by a myriad of explosions. However, Suzushira is up, far above the explosion. She's holding her opened parasol below herself. That's right. Suzushira used the force of the explosion to slingshot herself up into the air.
何
Not so weak, huh? Liesel is so surprised that she can't evade Suzushira. The distance is only 1 meter now. Suzushira can't miss anymore.
覚悟
The two figures collide, but it is Suzushira's scream that reaches my ears. She falls to the ground like a bird that got hit by a shotgun. Before she hits the ground, she regains her senses and manages to break her fall.
今のは一体惜しかったな。
5 black metal orbs are orbiting around Liesel? What? Their size and color make them resemble cannonballs. They're what knocked Suzushira away? Yet another new technique? Just how much stuff does she have packed inside that's scared of her anyway? Liesel doesn't hesitate for a second. One of the cannibals orbiting around here suddenly changes its course. The spear of metal curves at Suzushira. She jumps back in reflex. Just like before, she's nimbly stepping out of harm's way. Or so it seems. The blast knocked Suzushira off her feet. The spear didn't touch her. It exploded out of its own accord. Its destructive power is much greater than the missiles.
鈴代
Such power!
あれは火薬の爆発ではない。威力の爆炎。
威力火事か。
そうか。彼女の飛行能力や特殊な武器は威力火事によるものだったのか。
What the hell is that?
威力火事。威力を物体に付加し、いわゆる威力アイテムを作る技術。火事の国パルミードに受け継がれし技術の一つ。もっともその多くは失われた古代の技術。簡単なものなら今でも日用品などに使われてるけど、
複雑なものは作るにも操るにも相当な能力が必要となる。にもかかわらずあれほど多彩で大量のアイテムを使いこなしているとは。
さすがはパルミードのお姫様ってところだね。
次から次へと持ち主に似て小細工の多いドレスですね。褒められたと思っておこう。
The other four spears bear down on Suzushira. Their movement isn't simple tracking, like the missiles. They seem to purposely change their course. At first they circle around Suzushira in a wide ring, then they suddenly slant towards her. She launches herself into the air to escape the incoming cannonballs from the front and the sides. Then, the final cannonball sweeps in with a short delay. Suzushira can't avoid it since she's in the air. She shields herself with her parasol, but it isn't enough to protect her from the blast. The parasol shatters down to the handle. The pieces are blown off the stage.
とどめだ。
Lethal swings her hammer overhead and swoops towards Suzushira. It's that terrible attack of hers we barely managed to ward off with our sword. And Suzushira is now unarmed.
受けてはダメだ。逃げろ。もう遅い。
The hammer is already unavoidably close. But then something happens that Chris and I can barely believe. Suzushira sets herself up to take the hammer head on. Suddenly things turn around. Lethal frantically changes directions as if to avoid an impending crisis. But that isn't the end of it. As she evades, a huge missile emerges from her skirt. It continues along the same trajectory that Lethal was on a moment before, bearing down on Suzushira.
Suzushira! やはり貴様の本当の武器はそれか。あの状況に至っても回避の余力は残していますか。大した慎重さですね。
The middle finger. I have no idea what just happened. There was that big missile she fired at point-blank range. Just before the missile hit her, Suzushira struck it with her fist. So that means...
素手で返した。
Yes, to be precise, she punched it. Suzushira blew away the missile, explosion and all, just with her fist. The blast only went one way, as if the missile hit an impenetrable wall. Her fist's power greatly exceeded that of the missile. Her bare fist? Oh yeah, back then. When she defeated the gardener, she used that same move.
先ほどのガードナー戦のデータがなければ危なかった。あどけない外見とその体格さえおとりか。
Yeah.
格闘、拳を用いた超クロスレンジでの一撃、それが鈴代の武器なのか。
But how can she exert that much force with such a small body?
体内に特定の力力を通すことで身体能力を一時的に高める。司法の王家にはそういう能力があると聞くが。
それにしてもあれほどまでの威力とは。
純粋なる拳。彼女はその威力を一切余計なところに回していない。拳を放つに必要な筋力、そして敵に当たる拳。強化しているのはその2点のみ。 拳を放つことに特化された能力だが、その分威力は絶大だ。その剣圧は爆風さえも吹き飛ばし、その拳は瞬間的に鋼鉄の高度を超える。まさに鉄拳だね。けど
素晴らしい力だ。だがその能力にその足は致命的だな。クロスレンジの武器は当てる機動力あって初めて意味をなす。その足では今のように誘い込んでのカウンターしか当てる方法はない。それが分かっていれば誘いに乗るものなどはない。今の一撃を決められなかったことが致命傷になる。
Liesel rises above the battlefield once again as she speaks. She's at an advantage again. A rain of iron spears and guided missiles descends from above. It's an incessant barrage of attacks. But none of the projectiles reaches Suzushira before she punches them.
こんなものをいくら飛ばしても私の肌に触れることさえできません。
She smiles fearlessly. Wow, Liesel's attacks aren't working at all. And she's using projectiles? If this goes on, she'll run out of ammo. That means Suzushira is going to be wearing her out.
いや、そうもいかない。
Why not?
全て撃ち落としているのはそうせざるを得ないからだ。足を止めている時間が徐々に長くなってきている。思った以上に足の消耗が早い。
No.
怪我を負いつつ休む間もない連戦。合わせれば出血量は相当なはず。普通なら気を失ってもおかしくない。そしてリーゼルもそれを分かっている。
鉄の拳か。確かにその連撃はいかなる武器よりも速く、かつ直接打ち込まれる威力はいかなる武器にも劣らぬ威力を持つかもしれない。だが足の怪我がなくともその技には欠点がある。それは防御。拳に威力を集中した弊害か、それ以外の部位の防御が著しく低下している。先ほどより拳以外の部位を使わぬこと、そしてその足の深手が何よりの証拠だ。
The missiles swarming down on Suzushira change their trajectory. Their new mark is Suzushira's leg. Suzushira swings her fist as fast as she can, but she can't deal with all the missiles. The explosions are slowly inflicting damage on her leg. Blood starts flowing from her wound at an increased pace. Suzushira leaves blood on the floor wherever she goes now. Blood!
このままでは鈴代の足が完全に止まるのも時間の問題だ。
Damn it! How many of those things does she have? Is she ever going to run out?
よく持つものだ。痛みで音を上げる玉ではないようだな。しかし忍耐だけではこらえきれまい。その小さな体、出血はやがてお前の意識を奪う。
ならば試してみなさい。このまま一日経とうと立ち続けてみせましょう。
その挑発には乗らない。近づかない限り私に負けはない。地を這うイノシシは飛ぶ鳥を落とすことがないようにな。
それはどうでしょ 信じる心折れぬ限り。この鈴代、天に瞬く星さえも掴み落としてみせます。
ざれ言を。
From Liesel's cloak erupts a barrage of missiles that make the short test far look like the occasional drop of rain. All missiles fly at Suzushiro at once.
鈴代、逃げろ。
But Suzushiro is undaunted. She launches herself off the ground, meeting the storm of projectiles head-on. She's planning to attack all the projectiles at once. She starts to spin around her axis.
証拠りもなく突貫か。
All the missiles hit at the same time. There is an air-splitting noise. The light blinds me. A heavy cloud of smoke fills the arena. As I instinctively cover my eyes, I notice there is a person-shaped hole in the wall of smoke.
何？
Fast! She outran all the missiles! She outran Arai's! She outran Liesel's calculations! She speeds as Liesel, even leaving the sound of the explosions behind her.
落ちなさい。
決まっ。
いや、まだだ。
Suzushira's fierce blow was stopped short by the shield. That's what she used on us!
飛ぶ鳥には盾一枚届かなかったようだな。
The shield deforms. It wraps itself around Suzushira's weapon. Suzushira is left hanging helplessly from the thing. Then the missiles coming in from behind slam into her. Then again, the smoke clears. I see Suzushira lying on the floor like an old rag.
終わったな。
己の拳を信じ放つ捨て身の一撃。手負いの彼女が持久戦を避けるにはその方法しかなかった。届きこそしなかったけど、大地の姫の矜持見せてもらったよ。
鈴代姫、立ちます。
Well, then. Slowly and unsteadily, like a toddler standing up for the first time in its life, Suzushira levers herself upright. Her leg is bleeding badly. I can only guess at how deep her wound is now. Just standing on both of her legs is enough to make her brow wrinkle. But she's standing. She's on her feet and glaring at Liesel.
もういい、鈴代。まさか立ち上がるとはな。その執念見上げたものだ。おとなしく寝ていれば苦しまずにティアラを破壊してやったものを。
死んだふりで不意打ちなど趣味ではありませんから。
なるほど。まだあくまで勝利を信じるか。ならばその残った気力、大地の下に葬り締めくくりとしよう。 最後にふさわしい技で。
Liesel rises up into the air. She looks like she's passing judgment from above. Her words are not a warning, not a threat. She's merely stating the punishment she will give to Sushiro for standing up.
バルフィッシュ、セーフティー解除。威力限界へカウントダウン。
With dull mechanical sound, the hammer begins to change shape. The cylinder splits in two in the metal, revealing the sinister glowing sphere.
あれは
That's the technique she was going to use on us. The air around it begins to shiver. The glow builds in intensity. The surrounding air seems to be drawn into the device and being compressed in its center. The air is getting heavy. It's hard to even breathe.
なんだこの凄まじい威力は。
威力場展開。目標の質量上昇中。
可変重力体すごいよ。そんなものまで使いこなすかパルミードの姫。
なんだそれは。
言葉のままさ。質量をコントロールできる仕掛けだよ。あの球体は見かけ通りの重さじゃないってこと。おそらくはるかに大きなものを威力で圧縮している。
はるかに大きなものだと。
ものによっては山一つ分の質量を封じ込めると聞くね。
目標結界の耐久力を超えます。対衝撃準備を。
最後にもう一度問おう。降参する気はないか。それほど泥にまみれてもはや誇りも何もなかろう。
相変わらず分かっていませんね。誇りとは心の芯に立つまがらぬ支え。たとえ敗北の汚辱にまみれようと、この誇り誰に怪我せようか。
そうか。ならば誇りとやらを背負って敗北の泥に沈め。
There is a noise that shakes the ground. The super condensed energy is warping the very space we're in. It's a mass equal to that of a mountain, and it's all coming to bear on one person. It's a mountain about to rush down just to crush one little girl. And that girl is Suzushira.
鉄槌リーゼンファースト。バカン。
What? She stopped it. What? She stopped the mountain. Her legs disappear into the floor. She sinks away about half of the way. But her arms have stopped the mountain.
これ式の重さで潰せるものか。
Wow! The mountain hits the floor, rocking the entire stage. Liesel is thrown down along with it. She rolls across the floor. Then suddenly her body freezes up.
なんだ。
Suzushiro is right beside her, but Liesel doesn't stand up. No, rather she can't stand up. She didn't stop out of her own will. It's as if she's being pinned down by something unseen.
体が動かない。
She She's on all fours, but she can't get up. She can't even lift her hand. It's as if her body has been turned to stone. It's too heavy.
飛ぶ鳥落としましたよ。
そんなバカなこの力は。
重力場減衰せず2人の周囲半径10メートルを境界としてなおも上昇中。
ハンマーの力がまだ生きているのか。
いや、リーゼル姫の重力球は性質が違う。限定空間内の重力加速度が一律に上昇している。つまりは別の能力ってこと。
どういうことだ。
くしくも重力を操る姫は一人ではなかった。しかもこちらの方がワンランク高等な威力だ。
つまりこれは鈴代の力。
おそらく今リーゼル姫の体は通常の数十倍の重さになっている。もちろんそれは鈴代姫にとっても同じ。けど純粋に腕力がものを言うこの空間でどちらが有利かは言うまでもない。
Liesel has managed to somehow force herself up to her feet and is glaring at Suzushira. Slowly, Suzushira plants her feet a short distance apart and crouches over. Under the pressure of many times to normal gravity, her wound is gushing out blood. Oh, but she doesn't seem to notice. She clenches her fist and sets herself up.
私は不器用ですから多彩な技などありません。打つべき技はただ一つ。
It's the same setup she always does, but she draws back farther this time. This looks a little bit goofy. Oh! Yeah, she's gonna do the Kamehameha wave! In that instant, the stone paving cracks in a circle around Suzushira. Her alma is dramatically rising. I can feel it even from here. This is it. She's going to use her Iron Fist. And this is the best she has. The Fist of Justice, Suzushira's weapon. She needs mobility to make it connect. But there is another way. And that is taking away her enemy's mobility. Her field of gravity is meant to prevent her enemy from avoiding her attack. She has ensured a direct hit. What's more, she has ensured a fatal blow.
さあ、バカの一つ覚え。とくとご覧あれ。
Liesel lets out a howl. Her dress changes shape and turns into her shield. However, her roar is drowned out by an even greater one.
咲き誇れ四方。
The stage is swallowed by a torrent of light. The stone, the very earth, is engulfed in the raging gale of power. Only the wall of iron stands in its path. It's holding the surge at bay. But that lasts no longer than a moment. Something is ejected from the circle. It looks like a person. It flies through the air and slams into the bell tower. At last, the maelstrom of light abates. From the direction of the bell tower comes the sound of the falling stone. None of us speaks a word. Liesel is lying on the floor. She doesn't seem to be about to get up. Suzushira is still in her attack pose, her fist outstretched. The battlefield is silent for the first time since the duel began. Is it over?
いや、まだだ。
One of Liesel's fingers spasms. Following the tiny movement, the rest of her body gets its strength back. Supporting herself on her broken hammer, whoa! And with trembling limbs, she gets back to her feet. Her legs are completely exposed. The fabric of her dress has been all but completely destroyed. The devices it was hiding are plainly visible now. Jetpacks. The jet strapped around her waist emits smoke and sputter on and off. She took that hit and stepped back up.
シールド。あれがダメージを最低限に抑えたんだ。
At Liesel's feet lie many small fragments of her shield. That same shield could easily stop her sword. I know its defensive value. And that makes me realize just how powerful Suzushira's attack was.
負けない。誇りだと。思いだと。そんな言葉は強き者のざれ言。勝利を追い求めずに勝てる者の余裕。私はそんなものはいらない。私はどんな手段を用いても勝つ。私は勝つためだけにここにいるのだ。
Her chest ignite. The flames are shaky. They seem likely to snuff out any moment. Like their master, the chest mustered the last of her strength. Liesel unsteadily steps forward, bringing her iron hammer to bear. She's going for the final showdown.
だが、あのドレスではもはや。
鈴代姫の超重力圏を突破するのは不可能。
Suzushira crouches over again and heaves a sigh. Here we go again. For the second time, the floor around her begins to crack. Her legs disappear into the floor. Once again, the gravitational field seizes Liesel. She starts sinking into the ground. Liesel's knees buckle, but with a fierce yell, she makes them straighten. At the same time, there's noise from her jets. Great tongues of flame shoot forth, as if the jets are burning up Liesel's own life force.
飛んでくれ。もう一度だけ。負けられない。リーゼルは誰にも。
Though black smoke is starting to the power from the jets, Liesel slowly rises off the ground.
誰にも負けないんだ。
She is flying, holding her partially destroyed hammer. There is a glint in the darkness. She's launching an attack with the very last of her strength. However, Suzushira's gravitational field is holding steady. Lisa's ascent stops. She starts falling back towards the floor. But though she's falling, her attack does not stop. Though she scrapes along the floor, causing dust to fly up, Lisa will continue her charge. Whereas Lisa looks like she's beating her very life on this, batting, Suzushira appears calm. She doesn't seem to hold any contempt for her foe. She faces her enemy's final gambit. The time for words is over. All that is left is to respond with her fist. They meet? They part? Then, silence?
あなたの思い、しかと受け止めました。この一撃、大槌の壊れる前に放っていれば、あるいは、結果は逆になっていたかもしれません。
Lisa's forehead appears to be sparkling. The fragments of her tiara, smashed by Suzushira's fist, danced in the moonlight. Gently, the black-clad figure topples forward. When she hits the floor, her dress cries out in agony. The sound is like a death wail and echoes across the stage.
そこまで。
ティアラの破壊を確認。
勝者、四方の姫、鈴代。
Wow. A small package badassery. The bell towers all at the same time. The referees make their statements. Suzushira closes her eyes and sinks to her knees.
鈴代!
I hurry out to Suzushira, but before I reach her there, there is a sudden bright light. The source is a pillar of light rising out of the floor. A human figure slowly floats up inside that pillar of light.
ディーゼル、彼女に何をする気だ。
そんな怖い顔しないで。敗者に恥ずかしめを与えるほど趣味は悪くないよ。敗者は舞台を降りる。ただそれだけのことさ。
At the top of the pillar of light, I can see a large gate. The gates open. The pillar of light extends itself through the doors.
彼女はエルディラントに帰る。これはそのための道。
Slowly, Weasel rises in the light. She's already out of reach. She's rising to the heavens, to the gate. I can only watch her ascend.
大丈夫。柱の光は傷を癒してくれる。無事に帰りつける程度にはね。そんなことより、後ろで彼女が君をお待ちだよ。
She up already? I turn around. Angry Eyebrows is already back on her feet watching me.
鈴代。
見ていただけましたか？私の技。
ああ、しかとこの目で。
ならば、貸し借りはなくなりました。これで、改めてあなたに決闘を申し込めます。
Dude!
いや、その必要はない。
Yeah, no.
どういう意味ですか？
君はすでに君の意志を見せた。次は私がそれに応える番だ。剣の姫イーリスが申し込む。
お？
大地の姫鈴代。私はお前との決闘を望む。
喜んで、お受けいたします。ジュリ、記
Now,
録。
please.
では鈴代姫、決闘の日時をどうぞ。
プリンセスワルツ憲章第7条。決闘の日時は申し込まれた者が指定する。有効期間は申し込まれた瞬間から2日後の24時まで。
ちなみに今の時刻はと。いや、0時3分。ちょうど日付が変わったところだね。一番早くなら今すぐ。一番遅くなら71時間と57分後だ。さあ、どうする？
今すぐにでも、と言いたいところですが。
Good, not now.
せっかくのワル
Maybe the
ツ
hill,
を
girl.
このような召し物で踊るは不粋というもの。2日後、時刻は21時。互いに悔いの残らぬ体でし合うといたしましょう。
了解した。
それでは本日のワルツ、これにて閉幕。
門が開いた。天地を貫く柱。その光は勝者の栄光を照らし、敗者の舞台に幕を引く。
Yeah.
はてさて、敗者はいずこの姫か。じゃあ、そろそろ本腰入れていきますか。ここらで一発存在感示しておかないと、ギャグキャラだと勘違いされちゃうかもしれないし。キュイー。さてと、嵐の姫リリアーナのお披露目舞台。相手は誰にしよっかな。
To be continued. Chapter 9. Affection? 6?
クリス様、私クリス様のお嫁さんになります。
Okay, I can see if we hit the episode here. We're gonna see some backstory of Suzu and Chris in the next one. But until then, thank you for watching. I'll see you in another one real soon. And subscribe and leave a like. Leave a like. Did that button glow? Hopefully it did. And take care. Oh! I just noticed! I'm here to pick up the thumbnails over here, and these markings more like they don't look like tattoos, honestly. Wow, that's pretty dope. Also Aura as well. Damn,